I'm Jacqueline. I'm a counseling psych major. I'm from Albany, Oregon, and my hobbies are volleyball, singing and playing guitar, hiking, and painting, and being a plant mom. So here's a couple of my paintings. This one that I did last summer, I think. I don't know. And then this one I did a couple months ago. So that's one I'm pretty proud of. I've never done detail like that before. So anyways, and then here's one of my plants. This is a cactus. He's pretty cute. And then this is one of my favorite plants. It's a dwarf arrowhead, but it's in a boob pot. I would consider myself to be a bit of a feminist, so it's kind of fun. And I also just like the discomfort that comes with having something like this in your room and having people react to it, so I do enjoy that. But anyways, oh, and I have 7 plants overall, so I would consider myself a plant mom, but I don't know. Anyways, so important event in my life. My freshman year, when I got here, a couple weeks in, my parents got divorced, and that was extremely impactful for me because throughout my life I had put myself in that role of being the peacemaker in my family, and that had become my identity, and also just being a perfect kid and being like both of my parents' favorite when my siblings were like not. My siblings were kind of a struggle and got between my parents a lot, and then my parents would like favorite one sibling and then be hard on the other, so I was like weirdly in the middle. It was a hard dynamic, so all of my identity had been in fixing all of that and being perfect. So when they got divorced, I took it personally, and I took it like I wasn't fixing enough and I didn't do enough, and I lost my identity because that's what it had been for so long, was just fixing my family. So I just felt like I didn't have any part of me that was grounded anywhere, and I fell into the most depressive season I've ever been in. And depression's a big part of my story and something I experience most days. So I had never experienced it at this level and never hit the lows that I did before that. So it was just a really hard season, and I do feel like God used that to just like hit the restart button on me and my identity and my life. Like God literally just like pressed the power button and was like, we're rebooting this. Like that's really what it seems like, because I am night and day different from the person I was my freshman year, and so much better in so many ways. But the biggest thing I would take away from that is my ability to empathize with others who are struggling with depression and anxiety and feeling like they aren't enough, or all the things. I don't know. I have so much more love to give to others after a season of almost 2 full years where I couldn't pour into anybody and I couldn't get through a day without being supported by somebody else. So I'm really thankful for all of it, and it reminds me that I never know what anybody else is going through, and I always have to be ready to love on somebody no matter what season they're in. So yeah, I'd like to be a counselor at some point. I'd like to start in middle school or high school counseling and just love on that age group because of what I've been through, and then I'm hoping to at some point open up private practice and be a marriage counselor and a sex therapist, just because I don't know. The marriage side obviously is because my parents divorced, and I think that was really impactful for me, and I would like to be able to prevent anybody's family from ever having to go through that. It's so much more painful than you'd think if you've never been through it, and I'd like to be able to prevent that. And the sex therapy side, I just feel like God gave us this amazing gift of that really intimate relationship with our spouse, and so many people in the church especially struggle with that but don't talk about it, and I want to open up those conversations and make that blessing more enjoyable, I guess, and more comfortable for people, because I think it's really hard growing up in conservative Christian families and then being thrown into marriage and trying to understand that. And there's so many other things, but I just have a passion for that, and I'm not afraid to talk about it, which honestly is one of the reasons I have this pot, so that's pretty fun. And in terms of who I want to be and not what I want to be, I would like to be everybody's #1 fan all the time. And this for me just means that I want to be a light and a supporter to all the people in my life. Just because of everything I've been through, I feel equipped to pour into others unconditionally, as has been done for me. And that means loving people at their best and also loving them at their absolute worst. Just because the seasons where people are in their worst don't scare me, and I'm not afraid of what people are going through, and I want to be a safe space for everyone. So yeah, that's my story, that's who I am, and if you have questions or anything, I'd love for you to email me. I'm finally in a space where I'm really healthy for the first time in almost 2 years, so I really enjoy talking about this. So if you have any questions or things about it, feel free to email me. I would love to chat about it. But thanks for having us do this assignment and caring. Appreciate that. So anyways, see you in class. Have a great weekend.